Hello VC, this is Tim. This is my second attempt at making this video. I had technical difficulties earlier today while doing this video, so I'm trying it again. This is my entry into mphsVinylJim into Mrs. June Perfect 10's contest. I have a number of albums to show, so I'll start it up right now. My first selection is America's Album Parts. It's pretty simple cover design. It's pretty much the members of the band with blurred scene of like the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco in the background. I took this one because I liked a lot of the songs in it. Simple instrumentation. The lyrics are nice and clear, and along with three songs that are hits on there, there's a lot of other good songs that I really like. Next one is a hard rock band from the late 70s called Angel. They were recorded on Casablanca Records. This album is Hell of a Band from '76. They weren't really well known. The keyboard player, Greg Jafria, had a band in the early 80s that had about a hit on his first album under the band Jafria. But I recommend this one, Hell of a Band. I really like the song Good Fortune. Next one, I know, Jim, you said you're not really much into prog rock, but this one I had to include. This is John Anderson, the lead singer of Yes. The album is Lives of Sun Hello. This was his first solo album. It was from '76. He wrote the music and played most of the instruments and the vocals. It's based on a story. There's a booklet pretty much inside of it that has a story in it. Like you can see, it's a gatefold album. And he does, like I said, he does all the vocals and most instrumentalization, and I know that Vangelis had some type of hand in it, either playing or just producing or something. It doesn't really show clearly on it. This next one I found at the Salvation Army for a quarter. I'd never heard of the group, but the cover looked interesting. I thought they'd be like folk or something like that. The cover's not in the greatest shape, but the vinyl is. The name of the group is Beginner's Flint. That's also the name of the album. It's a gatefold album. But you might know more about these guys than me. They're, like I said, they're from England. They were formed by Tom McGuinness, who had become the bass player for Manfred Mann's original band back in 1963, and he was Stardust bass player and also played guitars until he disbanded in the late 60s. And Huey Flint, who had played drums for John Mayall. There's one song on here that was a minor hit here in the States called When I'm Dead and Gone, and I think it made it up to like round #1 in Great Britain, or in the UK. This next one, I'm sorry I haven't really listened to it yet, but I got it at a quarter for a dime at Salvation Army. I've heard some of the songs off it already. It's by the Fifth Beatle, and that's Billy Preston. Music is My Life. It's a gatefold album. I like the inside where it just shows like the music stores, whatever, the sheet music, all the keyboards on back. On here he does stuff like the Beatles song Blackbird and Go Around in Circles. Next up is one of the early albums I got. I have forgotten all about it. I wouldn't have added it if it wouldn't have been my best friend growing up calling me last night. Because he said he found this album at an antique store in Omaha. He went there to visit his oldest son, and they went to an antique store. He was looking at vinyl, and he found this album there with the original iron-on and poster. Him and I got this album, both got the same album the same day when we were in high school. It's Chicago 8, and it has Old Days and Terry Truman on it. Next up, some British blues for you, Jim. It's a Climax Blues Band. The album is Sense of Direction. I like their instrumentals and stuff on here, and they have real clean lyrics and stuff. The song I really like on here is No Dollars, but everything else is pretty good too. It's from 1974. Next guy is one that I wish was still alive and making music. I always liked this music, especially back in the 70s, for good old acoustic music. That's John Denver, The Mountain Rocky Mountain High. It's gatefold album. I like that picture on the gatefold. And of course it has a song Rocky Mountain High and Mother Nature's Son. If I remember right, that's Linda McCartney cover for Baby, for Bobby, which is sung at a lot of people's weddings or was. And Goodbye Again's on there. This next one's a band I saw a couple of times. That's Hearts, album is Little Queen. This is one with Barracuda on and Little Queen. I like the cover with the reconnaissance cover on it. The reconnaissance scene cover. This next one is one that was a group from Iowa. They had gone to out California, made an album. The name of the group was Hawks. That's the name of the album. This is a demo copy. They were pop rock. This album's from 1981. But it's just like pop rock, and the tunes are sort of catchy. They're typical of stuff from around that time period. The next artist is one that Derek Ronzetti likes to listen to. Of course, that's Gordon Lightfoot, If You Could Read My Mind. I like it. It's nice, simple cover. But it's also nice, simple music, good instrumental music, and songs that you just like to sing along with. He does a cover of me and Bobby McGee on it, which is real good. I also like Minstrel of the Dawn off it, Cobwebs and Dust, Sit Down Young Stranger, If You Could Read My Mind, of course, the hit there. The next one, Can't Go Without Some Southern Rock. Who better than the Marshall Tucker Band, Searching for a Rainbow. On this album, it has, of course, the song Searching for a Rainbow, also Fire on a Mountain and Can't You See on it. Some more British music from the late 60s, early 70s here. That's Dave Mason from Alone Together. He's played with various other groups and also Delaney, Bonnie and Friends. It's a trifold album. And I'll show you it. And on it has stuff like Only You Know and I Know. It's Can't Stop Worrying, Can't Stop Loving. sad and deep SU. Now for the next one, okay, Jim, do you know who Christine Perfect is? If you say Christine is the year, right? This is a legendary Christine Perfect album. This was before she married John Mickey, before her Fleetwood Mac days. She was a British blues artist, and she played with, I think it was Chicken Shack she played with, if I remember right on it. But yeah, she played with Chicken Shack, or sang with them. And the song I like off here is I'd Rather Go Blind, and When You Say Wait and See are some of my favorites off here. Okay, this next one's from my favorite group. Happens to be the Moody Blues, and it's one that Super Rush out. That's A Question of Balance. This happens to be my favorite Moody Blues album. Some good psychedelia there. This was the one with Question on it, and Minstrel Song, and Melancholy Man. It's just a good all-out album, in my opinion. Like I said, I like folk music. This trail's harder to beat. That's Peter, Paul, and Mary. This is their first album. There's so many songs on here that are so good that you just want to sing along with them, like 500 Miles, and Lemon Tree, and If I Had a Hammer. There's another group from the late 60s, early 70s that get pulled down. That's Timepiece, the Rascals' Greatest Hits. I like the cartoonistic cover. Like I said, gatefold, and it's their greatest hits. For some more Southern rock, here's the Washington Collins Band. Anytime, any place, anywhere. Another gatefold, one where I just like the instruments and the vocals on it. Real clean sounding album. Here's one of my favorite Yes albums, Going for the One. It has that song on it, and it's a trifold album also. It also has Wondrous Stories on, which I really enjoy that one. As you know, on this album it has multicolored lines, multicolored and pattern lines on for the covers, and just like the instruments and the vocals in it. This one, another gatefold, also by a member of the Beatles, one of his later bands, that's Wings, Venus and Mars. And of course, it has Venus and Mars and Rock Show. Listen to What the Man Said. Next up is a three-man band from Canada, and no, I'm not talking about Yes, I'm talking about Triumph. The album is Rock and Roll Machine. This is the album that got me listening to Triumph in the first place. It's from '78. It's hard rock. They do an excellent cover of Rocky Mountain Way on the first side, but it's the second side that sold me on this one. It's just 3 songs, 24 Hours a Day, Blinding Light Show, Moonchild, and Rock and Roll Machine. But in that, you really hear how talented Rick Emmett is on guitars, and him and Gilmore share the vocals on these songs. Okay, here's the group I've seen in concert, and the guy that wrote a lot of their hits, that was their keyboard player, and then left them. But it's a group from the 80s that you and the missus probably like. They had a lot of hits in the 80s. That Survivor, Vital Signs. This one has the songs I Can't Hold Back, High on You, The Search is Over on it. Just a good classic album. Here's a live album that's hard to pass up. That's Supertramp Paris. It's a double album, gatefold. Has a lot of their hits on. Here's one that Jesse has shown in one or two of his videos. It Sticks, Man of Miracles. It has various types of music on here. I know that I've seen and heard mixed reviews on it. This one's from 74. This is the pre-Tommy Shaw days, which I like better. And I especially like the song Man of Miracles, but there's others that I like on here, like Rock and Roll Feeling, and depending on the pressing you get, it depends on which song is on the first song on the second side. This is also on Wooden Nickel Records, and song on first side 2 on this one is Lies, cover of the Knickerbocker song. Okay, this album, okay, these guys on here show like they're proper English gentlemen. But when you listen to their music, you think otherwise. Yeah, you probably heard and seen their videos, Run, Run Away, and My Oh My. But this is the album after that, and it's pretty much a harder rock album from England. These tunes are just real catchy on it. This is Rogues Gallery. Okay, Bob Seger, Beautiful Loser. He's dressed like a perfect gentleman out of the past on here. I like this one because like Beautiful Loser and Carolyn Man, you can have some mellow tunes in there and you can get rocking, and then it has like Kathmandu on it, and just all the songs are excellent sounding on it. And last but not least, the founder of the Lovin' Spoonful, John B. Sebastian. Another gatefold album. This is another one where, okay, once you get to listening to it, you keep on listening to it over and over again, and just start singing along. Like a couple that I really like on here are Rainbows All Over the Blues and Fa Fa Na Fa Fa. The Fa Fa Na Fa, I think that's one that they did on the Muppet Show. I'm not sure, those sound sort of like it. Well, that's all I have to show you for my perfect 10. I think at this time. So until next time, for you and Mrs. Keep on grooving in the buff. As for me, I'll take it easy and keep on rocking.